Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, guys. How is everybody doing? I feel like I've done 100 things since I last recorded. I know I did one, was it at the weekend? I know I did an extra bonus one because I'd just come back off holiday. And I can't believe this time last week I was in Haven. It was lovely and sunny. So I'm glad I wasn't there this week. But it's just been crazy. And I just wanted to have a big shout out straight away. We did the drop. So it's helping you launch a podcast. Me, Kimi and Alice yesterday at the Alternative Studio in Blackpool. Well, if you've never known, I've never known a turnaround this quick. The lovely Carla Chapman, and she's in the beauty industry like myself. She's only gone and launched a podcast. It was literally yesterday. She's done an intro. I'm just going to play you a little bit. So I want to shout out, and I just want to show you how quick, whether you do it with me online or you book our next event, you can, with that collaboration, with that, just those one-to-one moments where you can ask the questions, and that self-development and that independent learning just shows that the day before everybody couldn't do a podcast, and yesterday everybody has woke up and has learned a new skill, and I've had them in the studio and they are all podcasters now. So I feel like this group are going to have the podcast quicker than anything. So I'm just going to play you, and I can't believe how amazing she sounds. She's obviously a beautician like me, so we're very much in that chatty field. But even so, when you are podcasting and talking to people is a lot different. But it is about finding that main character energy and finding your purpose and knowing what you want to talk about, and that using your voice, because when you know what you want to talk about and who you want to reach, that makes podcasting and public speaking so much easier. So I know she's not going to mind. I'm going to give her a big shout out to Carla, because Carla's the first one she's like, look guys, ladies, look what's happened. So I'm just going to have you a little bit of a sneak peek. But what I'll do, I'll put the link in the show notes so you can go and follow Carla. If you could leave her a review, that would really help and it would support her. So have a little listen.
There is so much about the beauty industry that I wish I'd have known sooner. After 20 years of working in this business, I know that my journey could have been so much easier if someone had sat me down and told me what I'm about to tell you. And it's not just the obvious things like how to do an eyebrow wax without ripping the whole eyebrow off. Yes, I really did that. But it's about the challenging thoughts and feelings about how I was going to experience my journey. The beauty industry has very high standards, but with it comes a lot of pressure that you wouldn't expect. How to feel confident 24/7 when inside you might be quite shy or having a bad day. Maybe you have a dream of becoming self-employed, but you feel overwhelmed at all the other skills that you have to learn. Perhaps you've worked in the beauty industry for a while now, but you're burnt out. Or you're becoming a manager for the first time, but you feel awkward in a new leadership role. I want you to know I had all the same fears. As a profession, working in the beauty industry is absolutely incredible. It's fast-paced, it's innovative, creative, and you will never, ever get bored. But I wasn't ready for the 12-hour shifts the weekend work would be really like.
I'm just going to stop it there. Do you know what? It just sounds like me. We all trade time for money. And like me, I was working long hours. I was in a salon. I did my teaching. It gets too much. And I feel like when you're working a lot of hours, and when you get to a certain age and you get a family, it's hard to sustain those hours. But how incredible, the delivery, the pitch, the tone, the tempo of the podcast, because it's You can hear the energy, you can hear the warmth, you can hear how it's inviting, that she loves her industry. She's going to give you education on the podcast. Everything that we spoke about yesterday, it's just implemented. And the great thing is the confidence. Like, you're not everybody's going to be like confident talking, so sometimes it might need a little practice. And I didn't hear one and that's one thing I do listen to when I'm listening to podcasting, anything online, because we do have a habit of struggling to talk, and we don't like those awkward quietness. So we say ah, but we need to learn not to do that. Just to be comfortable in silence. I mean, there's probably loads of episodes with me saying things that I wouldn't say now, but that's just growth. I think we need to have growth. I think we need to learn from our mistakes. And the thing is about podcasting, you don't have to be a perfectionist. Nobody is a professional podcaster. We're just women or men talking on a podcast about our industry. And that's what I want to teach you, how to deliver your podcast to your audience. Yes, you don't know who's going to listen to your podcast, but when you put it out there and you listen, you kind of get the gist of what the podcast is going to be about. This is right up my street because I'm in that industry. It's going to have lots of stories, I can imagine, and it's called The Red Room by Carla Chatburn. And she's a northerner like me, as you probably can guess. So well done, Carla, for getting your podcast out there. So I'm really excited to be listening to all those episodes. And yeah, I just want to show you that anything is capable. You can come, you can be nervous, you can be high energy. Everybody was at different levels yesterday. We all had photo shoots. We had so much Alice was giving us all the social media and all the strategy. And you know, Kimi looks after you in the studio. I feel you get 6 professional images on the day, and they're your assets that you go away with. Like now, so at the end of the day, before the end of the day, like 2 hours before, everybody got their images edited, and we all did our podcast artwork. So Carla's got her outfit on, and she's created her artwork, and it's already on Spotify. That's less than 24 hours. So it is possible. She's got on there. I can't believe she's done it all night. Like, I thought a few, people will have a few days off. But you know what? I always say, that probably would have been me actually. I'd just been up all night doing it. Hit the ground running, because sometimes you've done it, you've set up the tech, you've got your images, you've sorted everything out that end, you've distributed it globally now, that's globally. So all Carla needs to do now is to start nurturing her listenership and doing her episodes. So yeah, so well done. So yeah, that was a busy day. It was incredible yesterday. I just love teaching. I love the energy in the room. We've got another one. We're probably gonna have loads of different ones, because the turnaround of people putting the podcast out there in the world. And one thing people say to me, but what if another person does the same podcast as me? When I talk about manifesting, self-development, I listen to loads of manifesting podcasts. We're all different in so many different ways. We teach differently. We've got different lived and life experiences. I have my life that I bring into this. I've got a lot of industry and qualifications. So I pivoted a lot of my business. Mine's hair and beauty side. I've got my health and wellness qualifications. So I just bring it, I just grab it all together in a bag and just chuck it on the podcast. So I just bring a little bit of everything. And I love the manifesting, because the manifesting for me, it drives me, it's my anchor, it pushes me to do better, it gives me this visualization, this hope of what I want to do next. And I always think what I'm manifesting next, what I'm going to manifest, what's going to be my focus for next week or for the month. And then how do I break it down? How am I going to achieve these goals? We all know about SMART goals. Is it going to be attainable? Are they realistic? What about the timeline of the goals? So I always say, look at goals and be realistic, especially when you've got children, disabilities, pressure, full-time jobs. Don't pressure yourself. I always say, don't give yourself too much pressure when you're manifesting. I do small level manifesting where I manifest money and just small wins coming through, sustainability. I also do big manifestations as well, we can all manifest so many different things. And then once we start to think about what we want to manifest, then we can think about how can we start moving forward with our manifestation, how we're going to bring it through for us, how's it going to start showing up. Because once we start visualising what we want, like when we start looking at, we think about having a car, and then we start seeing that car all the week. And then, like, say we want to buy a new car, and like, how are we going to achieve that financially? Can we sell things? I know, it's really strange because things start to show up. The impossible start to show up because you're like, 1 minute I'm thinking about a car, and next minute I've got a brand new car on my drive. I'm like, what happened here? But when I look at my manifestations on my phone, I've got like a vision board. Everything's on there that I actually need to change it because everything that I've done. And it's great, even like teaching podcasting, what was one of my manifestations. Like, obviously I've got my courses, I do one-to-ones on Zoom. If you can't come up north to work with us, even that is deliver workshops, collaborate with people. It's being able to trust people and work together. Like, because that's a big thing when you're working with people. Because I'm always used to like working on my own. Because trust is a big thing when you're in business. Because it's like, it's also your reputation. You've got to work and support the people that have got a good reputation, that are you're going to have to trust them financially and with integrity. And also, like, when you're working with people, like, you want to make sure they're showing up. Like, I have high standards when I'm teaching, and I give good quality service when people come to my salon, and I expect other people to work like me. Maybe I've just been in the industry so long. I know what I expect, so I know what customers and clients would expect when they come for a massage, they come for the hair, they work with me online. I want to help them and teach them how to podcast, or if I do life coaching online, I want you to get what you can from me. And I want my learning style to be a good approach for you, because not everybody's got different learning styles, and that's okay, because my learning style is completely different, and I didn't think that was homed in at school. But you know what? It pushed me further. I ended up with 2 businesses, got my own house, a car. It's just crazy, like, how much sometimes little things can push you further than being given everything like on a plate. It's always nice to achieve something and you've learnt it yourself and you've put it out there. Because it's nice to find, like I spoke to ladies yesterday, and I said, like, about the tech side and recording. I can tell you everything you need to know, but it is about learning, about getting it wrong, messing up, having a shout at your computer. Because you're not going to learn and be an expert if you're not going to learn it. You've got to practice what you preach. That's my motto. We all go through ups and downs, don't we? We can have a bad week, good week, and things can go right and wrong. Technology, we know what it's like. So have faith in yourself, because that's what it is all about, isn't it? Like, if we want to achieve and we want to still grow our business or do something for us, might be podcasting, self-publishing, might be setting up a business, could be anything that you're thinking about doing, starting from something small or something grand. We're all at different levels of our business, so don't be comparing yourself. Everybody is different. We don't always have the time. Like, a lot of people are at full bandwidth. I get that. So we'll do it. And a lot of the ladies have put a timeline on the podcast. And I'm guessing with the ladies, like, we're getting them out there now, it's going to spur the other ladies on to, like, right, I'm going to get mine out there, because we always need that, don't we? Like, I look at other people and go, oh, right, I need to get going with mine, because it excites me. I'm like, well, if you can achieve it, like, I can achieve it. And that's what it is about, isn't it? Showing that somebody else can do it, especially if we've got doubts in ourselves, like, oh, I can't do it, or it's going to take ages. Like, I am really, really busy, and I've got a child with special needs, and I never use excuses, because I time block and I make sure I do everything I can to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a little podcast today. I'm going to record a couple more podcasts, and thanks to everybody that has reached out to me, that listened to the last episode, asking about Harrison and eating. I came back from holiday and he's lost weight again. So I've got an appointment with the doctor, so I'm hoping to try and get him weighed and obviously get his height done, which I know his height, and maybe to get some support, because it's for his height. Maybe it's just his condition, but I'm trying to. I've just ordered some until I can get through my doctors. I've got an appointment in 2 weeks, some Ensure Plus, like drinks. I'm going to take it into school, and when he has his banana in the morning, I'm going to get school on board and get them to help and make sure he drinks it all. Because when he's at home, he's fussing around. I have been trying to make him different meals. I'm like, he's got like that bland taste. He's got the fussy SEN kids with food. He's not a big Ghana eater, so he doesn't like massive amounts of food. But I feel like I was just watching him, and I've just made him some cauliflower cheese, some tomatoes, and some like protein, some chicken. And I could tell he was struggling, but then I kept saying, come on, even like we're trying to feed him and like mix it with this, and I put some like cheese on it. And he more or less ate it all. So I feel like it's just perseverance with him. Him getting used to food and textures and different things like that. I think and maybe do some like bargaining tools with him. If you do this, we can do this. I've got to work it that way with him. So we all have struggles, don't we, with our children, like with eating, but we worry. So I worry more because of his needs and his MSL2. It's like, oh, is it that? Is he just a growing up? Most said he was gangly, but I can see he's like, looks like his ribs, but he's just a skinny boy. But I want him to get a bit of meat on his bones. I want him to start eating and enjoying food. So yeah. Anyway, I will keep you updated with that one. And I've contacted school and asked them to contact the school nurse to hopefully get people on board. But because I've worked in like fitness and nutrition, I know what I need to do, and I've been doing that. But I also need to get his blood checked, making sure everything's working well. If everything's fine, then I know it's just a case of maybe hormones. His body's changing so much, like physically. Everything. We just worry about our children, and I worry more because of the way he is. So he's growing so fast, and expecting him his body to be so much different. I don't want him to be tired and unwell, but he looks fine. He's fine. He's not weak. He's not tired, and full of energy, and in that sense. So yeah, I think it's just it's going to be it's like the sleep time, and it's still not dry at night time. I've still got these battles that I'm always going to have for a long time. So this is the food one. I've always had a bit of a battle, but when I look back at pictures, like there's bits in where he's got weight on him, then not weight, and then he shoots up. He's huge compared to me, but yeah, it's just everybody's got different somotypes of the body. It's who we are. It's our structure. It's our genetics. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you in the week. And yeah, I will put the link to the next events. Obviously, if you listen to this in that time frame, it'll be there. All my other links are in the show notes. My book is on Amazon, Manifesting Through Motherhood, if you are starting your manifesting journey. And yeah, if you need any more support, just send me a message, comment, follow me on my socials, and I'd love for you, if you are new to the podcast, to leave me a review. So anyway, happy manifesting, and I will speak to you soon. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my linktree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.